Good evening. Happy Sunday. Just trying to get up here on my iPad so I can see any comments that happen to come in. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. Wasn't yesterday gorgeous? Here in Wisconsin, at least, it was. It was phenomenal. And it was the one day that I couldn't get out and take a walk. I felt really bad about that. But as some of you know, I'm planning on going to Spain in September to walk the Camino de Santiago. And I've been trying to train a little bit most days that I can get out and walk. And Saturday was actually our shell ceremony that we had. And it was up in Baraboo at the university. And there was a lot of people that came from all over the southern part of the state for this ceremony. And we were each given, I should have brought it down here, a white shell that symbolizes being a pilgrim on the Camino. And it's got the red Camino St. James cross on it. And it was very touching ceremony, receiving it and then telling the group who I am, where I'm from, and when and where I'm planning to walk the Camino, because there's many different routes on the Camino. Some of them are in Portugal that come down to Spain, and some are north and south and coming from France, and there's quite a number of different routes that you can take, and so they all wanted to know that. So, hi Lori, thanks for popping on, and thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. It helps me a lot. So that was most of my day. I had made a couple of torta de Santiago cakes, which is a almond cake that doesn't have any flour in it. And it's not almond flour. You take almonds and you grind them up so that they're kind of a coarse meal. And it has orange in it. You put orange rind in it. It smelled wonderful when it was baking. You bake them in a springform pan, the one that you would use for cheesecake. Wow, it turned out good. And it's always whenever I used to go to the meetings many years ago when I was pretty active, before my health problems started, I used to always bake those cakes. And so frequently I was told that they taste better from what I make than what they got when they were over in Spain. So that was high praise, I thought. So I thought, well, I better start making them again since I'm getting active in the group. And I took 2, and when I went through the line, I was toward the end of the line, and there was still 2 pieces left on the first one. And I thought, oh, we're going to have some to take home. What am I going to do with it? Well, maybe I'll take it to church. And my husband said to me, I'm going to go clean up and load up the car. And he went out there, and there was 1 piece left, and he hadn't eaten because he ate lunch before we left home. And he said, I got out to the car to pack it in the back. He says, and I ate that last piece standing out by the car. So at least he had a taste. And so did I. It was wonderful. Hi, Pam. Glad you could pop on. So now I feel like I'm committed, and I've got my backpack now purchased. So now I have to fill it, and I'm telling you, I've got a list on Amazon that's a mile long of things that I need to purchase, certain kinds of shirts and things to take along, and the first aid kit, and the different types of clothes that you're going to probably wear, and a raincoat, and things to use in case you start getting blisters, and it's all kinds of stuff. And some books as well that I wanted to use for reference purposes. So anyway, that's what I've got going on. I spent most of today online looking at different things. Started to look at airline UFTA. They sure have gone up, and I think it's probably because of the war and the not being able to get oil out that the prices have kind of skyrocketed. I'm praying that I don't need to buy my ticket right now. I read an article that said anytime between a month and a half to 5.5 months is when you should book your flight over and back. And I thought, well, I've got a little bit of time. Hopefully the world doesn't get crazier and maybe we get this turned around. At least that's what I'm hoping. So anyway, well, that's my weekend. I hope you guys have had a great weekend too. And I was able to sit down during the week and figure out what I was going to do tonight. And then my paper pumpkin arrived, which, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I have opened it up, but I have not put anything together because I'm trying to decide if I want to save it and use it for one of my kit classes, or, hi Carol, glad you could pop on, or if I'm going to put one set together and maybe get committed and doing all of them and not share them with anybody. Because they really are pretty. I can show you what they look like at the end. If I decide that I'm going to put them together, then that's probably what I will do on Tuesday night. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. So anyway, but tonight we're going to work with the Garden Poetry DSP. I thought I would feature some paper and the designer series paper and also some specialty paper to make some really easy cards. So if you're in a pinch, something that you can throw together really quickly. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So I'm actually ready to... Hi, Kelly. Thanks for popping on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yes, you should. I'm going to flip the camera down right now. I was just answering Lori there. Sorry. I'll pop the camera down and we will get started. See if I can get this lined up so that you guys had a good view, because I think you did the last one that I did. Let's see, I gotta come up just a little bit, otherwise I think I'm going to be bonking my head into the camera. Let's try this one. Okay, this is a look at the paper. And the colors that are in this paper set are Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Blueberry Bushel, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Night of Navy, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, and Shaded Spruce. And this actually is part of a suite. I did not get the suite. I did not get the stamps. I just bought the paper, and I bought the specialty paper that goes with it because I thought the colors were just stunning. And it was one of those cases where it was money may I, and I got down to the end and I thought, oh, I'm just going to get the paper and the specialty paper if things change, and maybe I'll go back and get the set. But I'm doing fine with this, all the sets that I've gotten recently, and I thought we're just going to use those. So as you can see, that some of this paper has starts diagonally with one type of color and then goes into the other. So this would be the Shaded Spruce and the Blueberry Bushel. And the back side does the same thing, and it has that kind of splotched look to it. I like that. And don't be afraid to use this side for doing any kind of die cutting of leaves or flowers. They look fabulous when you use paper like this. It's kind of mottled looking. And then we've got this one. This would be the Shaded Spruce. And that's the back side of that one. As you can see, I've been cutting into it. This is the one that's Berry Burst. And what was it? Flirty Flamingo, I think it was, what goes to. And the back side the same way. And this one is really dark. This almost looks like Secret Sea, but what was it, Night and Navy? I can't remember what it said. Yep, Night and Navy in the Blueberry Bushel. And then we've got this one that is a Poppy Parade. And the back side goes from Crushed Curry into Poppy Parade. I think this is really pretty. This would be lovely with a like a leaf design if you wanted to use it with for a die cut. And then this one is Cajun, or not Cajun craze. Goodness, gee. Crushed curry. For some reason, the word crush just completely went out of my mind. And this is the pumpkin pie in there. So, I'm going to leave these two on top because I'm going to show you something after we get done making the cards. We're going to make 3 cards tonight. They go pretty fast and fun. The specialty paper that we're using is called Garden Textures. And if you can see, the pieces have a texture to them. This has Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, and Shaded Spruce in it. And I'll bring this up close and hopefully you can see that texture on there. And it's a very heavy paper. It's just colored on the one side. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, good. Yeah, I like the colors. Are just stunning, I think, against the white on the DST. So our first card we're going to make, and we are going to use, let me see, I think this is Night of Navy. I decided to go with. And here is the one piece that we're going to use. I'm just going to double check this. Yeah, it's Night of Navy. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy stamp pad for all of the stamping that I'm going to do. So, I've got one label, and we've got one piece of that Blueberry Bushel specialty paper, and I've got one piece of white here. And this one is going to go on the inside. This piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And this piece, I should have start from the beginning, Jean. Goodness. 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, we're gonna slip this guy inside to just get him off the desk, and so it doesn't get mixed in with the others. This piece is, I think, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's 1/8 of an inch smaller than this is. And we're going to put that on next. And I'm going to go ahead and feel this, see which way it's cut. I think we got it this way, so that it lays a little flatter. I feel like I haven't been down here in ages. I think I worked on this on Thursday and got it all figured out. And okay, I'm going to have to try putting on my skinny granny glasses that are reading glasses and see if that helps me, because I'm having a hard time seeing the edges there. They're double. Okay, and next I'm going to put the specialty paper on, but I want to do something with this first, and I want to cut out a die of this in the center. We are going to use this die, and it is from, I gotta look here a second, grab the set for you. It's right on the bottom. No, that's not it. Oh, for Pete's sakes, I thought I had everything out here. Here it is. Okay. This goes in the center of this one here. And this is Forever Florals. And all of the tags that we're using for the greeting on the front are from this set as well, the smaller one. I like the shape of this, and it's got this nice little indentation framework around the outside edge. Okay. So we'll just be kind of using a little bit from this and that. So I'm going to put this in the center, because eventually we're going to cover it up, and you're not going to know that I cut out something from the middle. And this is one of those very detailed dies, so you can use it a few times and you might find that the paper starts to stick. I just take a piece of either wax paper or a dryer sheet and just kind of go around it before you're going to cut with it, and it makes taking out the the paper from the die so much easier. A lot of times it just falls out on the platform. So I'm going to put that in there, and we are going to run it through. And I'm not bringing my cutter over onto the table. It's just a little bit easier. It's right here next to me, so you guys know how to cut out dies and don't need to see it. Okay. All the little pieces there that'll come out. Let me see if I can get those down in the basket without going on the floor. Oh, didn't do too bad. All right. Look at that. Clean as a whistle. Not a single, oh, one right in the middle stuck in there. Only one. Boop. There. Perfect. When it gets to the point where it's sticking, it makes it more of a challenge to get it out. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to flick it to get some of these pieces in the center out. And I'm going to do it over my waste of her basket because otherwise it will go all over the place. Oops, one left. Okay. So we've got this piece. I'm going to just set that over here. And I'm going to actually use the Stampin' Seal, not the Seal Plus, just the Stampin' Seal, to put this on the front of the card. I'm going to put just a little bit around the center here. Okay. Bring this down. Our little piece on the inside is poking its nose out. And this will be like a, oh, and I didn't give you the size, pardon me. This should be 4 by 5 1/4. So it's 1/8 of an inch smaller than the white. It makes for a really nice pop of white around the edge. Okay, then we're ready to put this piece on. This one is 3 3/4 by 5. Yep, 3 3/4 by 5. I wanted to give it a little more of an edge so that you can actually see the edge of that specialty paper with that design in it. So I'm going to actually put that on also with the tape. Normally I would use the mono, but when I go over the specialty paper, sometimes I just think it does a better job of gluing on there. And hopefully I'm on in the picture there. I didn't take into account how close I could get to me to stamp. Okay. So it's just below here. All right. Our stamp, our greeting, excuse me, is "It's Your Day." And we are making a birthday card, I believe. Yep, birthday card. The "It's Your Day" is taken from the Fragrant Layers stamp set and dies. That's that one. Haven't used this one too much, except for the sentiments. I used it a little bit in the very beginning when I got it. I should probably do something about that, shouldn't I? Okay, we're going to take Night of Navy, and we are going to put that on here. I'm going to try to get this as straight as I can. I have the kind of blocks that have little lines on it, and so I try to line the lines up with the little part here of that sticks out. And hold my breath and let's go. There we go. Okay, and then along with that one, I'm going to add this little threesome of leaves, which is also from Fragrant Layers, this one right here. Don't be afraid to use sentiments and parts and pieces from all of your sets. I got to get this down here. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. I want to put one in the bottom here and one on top. Like so. Is that off? Okay, now we're going to go to this piece. This aside for a second. We're going to cut this in half. And I'm going to, so this goes in here. I think we're going to kind of cut it across here. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Okay. Oh, I see one spot that didn't come out. Well, that doesn't want to come. There. All right. I am going to put it on here, kind of like so. Let's see, spot there. This is going to be mounted over the top, so I want to have it kind of even. Come on. Gotta bring this down a little bit. This would be so helpful if I had a standing desk, I think, that I could kind of stand over the top and of where the phone lines up for my camera, as the camera. Yeah, maybe in a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to take this off. We are going to grab this again. I'm lining it up with the bottom of this and across. I'm just going to put some of the glue on here, and then I'm just taking my, take your pick and just, if you can see where the glue is put on, I just kind of go over it so that it takes it out of the opening. Okay, so we are putting that in there, right at the bottom there. There. Okay. The top one, well, I can line that up again before I stick it on. I just find this is just easiest to do. There. Alright, now I'm just going to put that in there like so, and that's going to go up there straight. Alright, good. We're getting there. While I'm thinking about it, where did I put it? Here it is. I'm going to add some Wink of Stella to the leaves, just to give it a little sparkle. And then we are going to tie, I've got some of that Night of Navy cording left. It's not available anymore, but I'm just kind of, I'm trying to use up some of the stuff that I have. Hope you'll give me a little grace on that. Everything else is available, and you should be able to order it that I've got here, that I'm using. And I don't have much of that thread left, as you can see. We're going to make a big bow. And I'm going to double it. I'm just running my finger over it to try to get some of that curl off. Alright, let's see. I don't think I'm going to need to use all of that, but let's see what we got here. I'll need more than that. Let's try this. I'm going to put the bow on so that the loops come out the side, is what I'm looking for. So it's going to be a rather large bow, like that. Okay, and then I would like to make it so that one of the loops is a little bit smaller than the other one is. So like so. So that you can actually see both of them. Just a little bit. There. Now how far does that stick out? That looks pretty good. Okay. Take my scissors here and cut that off, and then cut that loop off. Still got a little left. I'm going to try to get this knot as small as I can. I guess it's going to only go that far. And we're going to flip this over. We're going to put a little of that glue in the center just to get it on there. Come on. Oh, they're still curly. Okay, I just need to get it started on there. Let me see if I can get some of this curl out of this one. There. And maybe this one too. I'm going to trim some of that, but all right, we're going to put some dimensionals on this, but let me grab my tear and tape just to make sure that this is on there really good. We're just going to put a little bit of tear and tape over that to hold it really well in place. Okay, now we're going to grab the dimensionals. I'm going to put one in the center here and over here. Oops, you weren't supposed to go underneath. There we go. And here. I feel like I'm wrestling a octopus here. These little tails. Okay, and I'm just going to put that right in the center, and we can kind of play with it a little bit and make sure that it's in the right position. Let me just lift that up so I can see if it's straight. Sorry. There. Okay, now we're going to give it a haircut here on these ends. They don't have to be that long. There we go. Okay, we've got the front done with the exception of putting some little sparklies on it. Let's do the inside. All right. The inside, I have to take a peek at what I did. Okay, we're doing Sending Wishes. So, not this one. This one. This is the older one. Nope, that's not it either. Good. Sending Wishes for the Happiest Birthday. I'm going to put that right in the center in our Night of Navy. Like so. And then I'm going to take, there is, whoops, don't fall over. I've got, that was from this framed all around, and then I'm taking, that was the sentiment here, I'm taking the little flower here, and I'm going to place that over the top, Night of Navy as well. And then I'm going to take the light Night of Navy blend, and I'm going to color it in the leaves. You're still going to be able to see the outline that we just stamped, because I'm using the light blend. And you don't necessarily have to do the whole petal. Leaving a little light white is just fine. I think it feels more artistic. Okay, now that I have that, I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to put some lines here closest to the center and color this just a little bit darker to give it a little more definition and make it look a little more, I don't know, three-dimensional. Just like so. Okay, now we will go ahead and glue this in with our mono glue and put some bling on the front. I just had to make sure that I had the card laying the right way. I didn't think I flipped it around at all. All right, we are going to add, well, where are they? There they are. Some of these Rhinestone Basic. Put these back on. I guess that did help just a little bit. Sort of at that in-between stage. Don't know if I need the glasses or not. And I'm trying not to if I can help it. Alright, we're going to go with, let me get some of that glue off of there. Okay. And let's try the other end. Okay, I'll go with one up here. Just to add a little bit of sparkle. This is the medium-sized one. Bring that down here. And then the itsy bitsy one I'll put over here. And there is our first card completed. I hope you like it. I thought it was a neat way to use that die to stretch it out and get a little more leaf and flowers on there. But anyway, so that's that. There's my original. It is the same. Okay, put that up here so I don't lose it. Our next one, we are going to use the Shaded Spruce. And we're going to make a sympathy card in the Shaded Spruce. And we're doing exactly the same thing. But this time I went ahead and already cut out the center of this one using the large leaf pattern from I think it's this one. Yes. From Nature Symphony. This large leaf pattern. So I'm just going to take that out of the center here. There. Put that aside. I love this color. It's so rich. All right. Again, with the white. That's going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We'll put that on. Now, if you had this set of paper, there is no reason why you can't make these cards the same way without, if you don't have the specialty paper. I would just do the mat using the back side here and cut out your leaves using the back side. When there's a will, there's a way, right? And I think that would look really cool too. And I had even considered going down, so this one's 4 by 5 1/4, but I had considered even going down from the 3 3/4 to maybe even 3 1/2 to show off even more of that paper. You know, it's up to you what you want to do. Okay, I got my head of myself here. Doggone it. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. I want to put some ribbon on there. It adds a nice richness to it, I think. So I am going to use this again. Oop, there we go. Just making sure those 3 sides are about even. Okay, ribbon. I'm just going to eyeball where I think it looks like it's halfway. Once we put the ribbon on, I'm going to use this shaded spruce ribbon. We had this, I think, at Christmas time, didn't we? So pretty. And it looks so nice with this. All right. I think I'll get my other set of... All right. Get this out of the way. One less thing on my desk. I'm glad you guys like the cards. All right, let's see how straight we are here. Could be a little tighter. That's better. That looks okay. All right. This one feels like my hair was standing up on end here. All right. We are going to use shaded spruce. Where did I put it? Here it is. And we're going to stamp "So Sorry for Your Loss." Where is that? That's this one right here, and I took that one from Prayers and Promises. It's such a popular set right here. I like the font on it too. Very nice. And try to center it, sort of. I never know. And then I'm going to go with that little leaf pattern again that we used before. This time we're going to go diagonally with it. Go this corner. To this corner. Okay, close this up for just a minute. And we're going to take this and actually cut it down so it's not as big as it is here. And we don't need to, we're going to use it all, but we do not need to use it all as one piece. So I'm taking that little piece off. I'm going to, if you can see, there's just a little rough edge here from where I trimmed it. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to try to trim this so that it doesn't look like I actually trimmed it. Okay, and then I'm going to take off, I don't know that it matters, I guess right here. All right, we've got 3. We are going to mount those behind. Like this one for down below. Put this one over here. It just spreads it out more than what it would be if you kept it together. Now this one is just a little bit long, so I think that's the same. But I could put it under a little bit further maybe. Yeah, I think it's going to be this one. You just have to fiddle with them a little bit. There, that's better. I like that, and still able to get a couple more leaves showing. And this one will go over here. Okay. I gotta take those glasses off. I don't know. They're not good, and they're really weak ones. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this, and I'm looking for this. I gotta tell you though, it's so funny because I keep trying to push my glasses up on my nose and I have nothing there. I don't know, that reflex of always having to push my glasses up. It's just kind of crazy. All right. I'm just going to kind of position it here. I haven't taken the backings off. I just want to be able to see what I'm going to be, where I'm going to be laying it and having it sticking up a little bit to allow for the room. All right, put you, come on. There. And I just put the adhesive on the bigger leaves. And then the last thing we'll do is actually tack the greeting down. I love this color. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't buy this sooner. All right, I'll do this the right way. And that was much easier. And I've got the dimensionals on the corners nicely so that they don't stick all on the ribbon. I think that was a little crooked. Yeah, there it was. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little of this on here. Sparkle up the leaves just a tiny bit. And while we're waiting for that to dry, we will go and take care of the inside of the card. I'll just lay this on top. Okay. So this one, I gotta look and see what I did on my, okay. It might be this one. May all the love and support that surrounds you help heal your heart. And that is from this Framed All Around. This one right here. And I'm adding this leaf pattern over the top. Now if you see, this is extending past the block. All I want to do is to ink up to just a little bit of that stem, because I was trying to center most of this leaf pattern over the sentiment. So we're going to give it a try. I gotta look at the one that I did, see how I like that. Yeah, it looks fine. On the block it looks like it's a little offset, but it's not. Okay. Tap that a couple times. And we'll add that on here. It does not look like I've got ink on that one section. Hang on, flip this around. We're going with it. Close this up. Get it on there right. Ta-da! Alright, so now this one I'm going to use the light shaded spruce to color in the leaves. Let's see, light shaded spruce, it's this one, I believe. Yep, and to me this looks so close to what is it? No, that's Shy Shamrock. It's very close. I was thinking Coastal Cabana looks really good with this. If you're ever looking for how to shade it with another color. If you're matting something on a card that's shaded spruce, try Coastal Cabana. It looks really pretty with it. And I like this because the lines just show through this lighter shade of this shaded spruce. Kind of a tongue twister, you know? And I actually am not going to put any embellishments on this one. I felt that the ribbon was adequate, and since it is a sympathy card, maybe it shouldn't be quite so flashy. I don't know. There, I think that looks lovely. Now let's get this on the front. And I'm going to use this time. Okay. It just really finishes it by putting it on there with that dark around the outside edge. And let's get the inside in, and we're done with this card. I hope you're liking these. If you ever have time to just sit and die cut greeting, tags, that works so slick when you're in a hurry and need to put a card together quickly, to have things already made. All right, next one. Glad you like these. All right, so that's that one. Let me get this one out of the way. Mine was exactly the same. Okay, this last one we're going to do is using this gorgeous color. And I did not cut that one. Doggone it, I thought I had done it. Okay, so which should we use? Should we use this one? Or do you want me to use the leaf pattern on it? Because actually, we've got flowers on this one. It's not just leaf. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the leaf one. Here it is. I thought I had them all cut out, and I just had to do the one. Whoops. Need to grab the dies, not the stamps. And once I get these done, you're going to have to tell me which one you like the best. This one's going to be a thinking of you card. So this is Berry Burst, and this is Blackberry Bliss. So we're putting these two colors together. And I'm turning this so I have a nice edge around. And we're going to put it through the die cut machine. Oop. There we go. Okay. Measurements are all the same. These up here on my magnetic board and get them out of the way. All right. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is the one that goes on the inside. This is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We're coming down the home stretch. Oops, sorry. Trying to get in there and get my head in there to see where I've got this lined up. And I go and hit the camera. Okay. And then it's this one. And we're just going to add a little bit of this in the center to hold these little pieces down. And I'm going to go ahead and use the mono glue around the outside edge of this. Hopefully it doesn't leave an edge. That's usually why I don't use it, because sometimes it wants to leave an edge. Nope, this is thick enough this time. Okay. This one I will. And this one is the 3 3/4 by 5. I like this back on this one. This would look so pretty with the leaves cut out of them, I think. Okay. We are going to stamp this one. Let's get it the right way up. Thinking of you. Thinking of you. And let's get the dark Blackberry Bliss out. Going to stamp this down just a little bit lower. Like so. And then I'm going to take the flower, this flower, and, oh, that Thinking of You, sorry, I need to tell you where I'm getting things from, sorry about that, is, I love the font on this, is from the Forever Florals, love these. It's one of those sets that when you get them, you wish there was even more sentiments or greetings on it. And I'm just going to put this over the top. I'll try to get this straight, sort of. Maybe it doesn't matter if it's a flower. Okay, and we're going to color the flower in with the light Berry Burst. So we're going with the light Berry Burst and the dark, or the Blackberry Bliss stamped image. Here. I'm going to do the flower first. Give that a second to set in and dry before I put the next coat on. Just a little bitty dots and dashes here. Okay. grab my dark berry burst and see if that shows up a little bit better. It will, I know it will. Since the initial outline is really dark and not the same color, it should be fine. Ooh, yes, I like it. Like it a lot. Okay. We've got our leaves. We're going to cut those again. And we'll do this one right here. Okay. We will pop this up. Oh no, I was going to do something. I'm going to actually, oh, what did I go with it? Berry burst. I'm going to put a little berry burst around the edge. See if I can get it without adding any ink. Just see slightly. And not too far up on the card. I'd like to not extend past that little frame edge that goes around the die cut, if possible. There. Just to add a little bit of something. I did go past over there, but I think it's okay. All right. Add the dimensionals. Line it up. There. And let's see here. I ended up going over here with this one. And this one can go down below. There. If you wanted to put some ribbon on there, you could, if you had any. Let's see. It's too late for us to do it now, but I had some, oh, here. This is no longer able to be ordered, but the one that has the silver edge, or you can get the one that's the striped gold. The striped gold is still able to be ordered. So those would be cool on there, I think. I just wasn't sure how much would show up. I mean, you're going to see the foil, the edge would show up. But anyway, okay. Let's get busy here. I'm like a dog seeing a squirrel, I guess. I have to tell you, I went on the list of items that are not available right now, and just to check them before I went live tonight. I was a little bit surprised. Guess what's not available again? And that's the Cutest Crew die set. Is not available. I can't remember when I put that email out. I had just received word from Stamping Up that it was going back in stock. So I put it on the website. It was either Thursday or Friday. It went in a day, I think. Wowie. That was a popular one, wasn't it? Okay, so we got that. Now the inside is going to be, is it this one? Our friendship is one of the happiest things I can think of, and that is from that lovely set. right here. And we are going to add this flower set over the top of it. So let me get our piece of paper out. And the flower set is here. I decided to do that on a separate block. It was just so long. I stick my finger in it. I hate when I do that. Okay, so we have to take into account that we're going to be putting something over the top. Get that sort of centered. Okay. And again, I'm only going to put as much as the flowers and the leaves and just a tiny bit of the stem in the ink. So just a little bit. Otherwise it's too wide. And I really just want it to go over like so. And now we're going to color those in again with the Berry Burst. Put our Blackberry Bliss away. And if you really wanted to, you could color in the center, but I'm just leaving it with just the details that are in the original stamped image that went down. I like these flowers and the leaves, and I think I need to make some cards that use these rather than as an accent but as a focal point. Would be kind of cool. This set does not come with dies. It's just the stamps. They have a number of them that way that are just stamps. They have so many other sets that have dies that complement and go along with these individual stamp sets, I think. That's a little bit too much white there. Okay. Didn't know there was such a thing as pink leaves, huh? But I think it goes good. Ooh, that's a tiny one there. Okay, let's add a little bit of the dark Berry Burst to the flowers. Just a little more shading. And I'm going to just add a little shading just on this one leaf, just following the curve down. And that's it. Ta-da! Let's put it together. It doesn't feel like it's together. Oh, it is. Get it back in, and then all we have to do is put some embellishments on the outside, and we are done. I'm glad you think it's perfect, Lori. This is where I have a hard time with white against something dark. All right, now we're going to add some more of these little cute little gems on the front. And we're going to put a little tiny one in the center of this flower. I think that's a good spot for it. And we'll go with here. And here. Oop. Wanted to follow along. Okay. That is our last card we're going to make tonight. Now, let me get them all out for you. Get that one out here. This is the second one, and this is the first one. So which one do you like best? I'm glad you like them all. But they must be a favorite, probably a favorite color of yours. Possibly. Get some of this stuff put away. And then we'll have our drawing. Aw, thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Wow, you guys, you're awesome. I so appreciate you guys. Very, very much. You like the blue, Pam. Oh, Lori likes pink. Okay. Yeah, I think they're very pretty. So these we'll do as a drawing then on Tuesday night. I gotta stop and think here. My mind is not working. I'm gonna add a little bling here to this flower too. I didn't do that on my original, but it was beckoning me to put bling on it. Okay. There we go. All right. So let me get the cards out. And it was the cute barbecue master set. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, I've got the there's two sheets in that set of paper that don't have that nice designer series or specialty paper that goes with it. Sorry, words are hard. And I thought, ooh, what could we do with these other than just mount them on, this would be the curry one. I can never remember. Crushed curry. I always want to put Cajun in front of it. That's not right. And pumpkin pie, and then this one is the Poppy Parade. I thought, what can we do? And then remember the glimmer paper that we also have? This one for spring that has the, is it Bubble Bath, Lemon Lolly, and Pool Party. So I took a strip of the Lemon Lolly, and I took a blending brush, and I just went with, this is Poppy Parade, and this is Crushed Curry, and you still have the glimmer on it. And I thought, ooh, this would be lovely. And don't be afraid to take these and run them through an embossing folder if you want to have more dimension on it. But I think that's lovely, and I will probably make a couple cards using these up. But I wanted to give you that idea as well. Oh, thanks, Kelly. I really appreciate it. You guys are great. Okay, let's get to our drawing, and you'll be able to pick one or the other of these cards. The first one, the Grill Master, that was a Father's Day card. And actually, that was the second one we made. This is the first one, Grillin' and Chillin', and this is a birthday card. You're flippin' awesome. I love that one. Okay, let's see who is lucky tonight. And be ready to pick out your card that you're going to get. And hopefully whoever wins is online with us tonight. I haven't been paying too much attention to who's on. Sorry about that. Okay. It's Kelly! Kelly, do you pronounce your last name Perpich? I have to learn how to pronounce your name. You just let me know which one you want, and then if you could message me in Messenger, I will, with your address, I would be more than happy to send this to you. And I'll get it out in the mail tomorrow for you. So And welcome to our little group. I think we have fun. Anything that you want that I show tonight, you can get off of my store at jeanducro.stampinup.net. And I appreciate any of the orders that come in, and anything over $50 you will get a little something from me. Lori, I know I owe you. So anyway, yeah, congratulations. So you just let me know which one you want, the birthday or Father's Day, and I will get that sent out to you. I got my envelope here waiting to put your name and address on. So anyway, the birthday card, that was this one. Okay, yeah, this was fun to make with all those little shish kebabs on there in the different colors. It was fun. Great. I will be happy to send that one to you. All right, everybody. I'm going to flip the camera back to say my goodbyes. Let's see, get it turned around here. There. You can see me with these strange little glasses on. I'm not used to wearing readers like this. Oh, this is going to go down too low. Stay up. There we go. So, anyway, I will see you Tuesday night. It'll either be the paper pumpkin. Oh, I was going to show you that. Hold on. Well, you're going to see it backwards. Sorry. It comes with two sets of stamps. This one has the hummingbirds on it and sentiments that say birthday wishes, upside down, wishing you a happy anniversary, which is really nice because we don't get many stamps that are for anniversary. And then hello. And then these are all little bits and bobs that you could put on with leaves and flourishes and that kind of stuff for background. The set comes with these cute little dots that have gold filament like and some kind of pink. We had something like that one other time. The color of the month this time is basic gray that you get. I love these things. Let me grab I gotta show you the beautiful hummingbirds. There's the hummingbirds. They're so pretty. And I'll bring the instructions up so you can get a look at what the cards are. And then the envelopes all have designs across the bottom of them on the front. And this could be taken apart and used. I don't know how it lines up with how many of the hummingbirds there are. I haven't really looked at it too much, but I'll have to make a decision by next week. The base card stock is just, it's a gray, but it's got, if you can see, it's got a little bit of a, it looks like somebody has taken almost a pencil on its side and just kind of lightly gone over it, the paper. That's what it sort of reminds me of. So anyway, it's a beautiful set, and I knew it was going to be from the little teases that they gave us ahead of time. But anyway, so that's what I've got tonight. I will either do this on Tuesday or I will figure out something else. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you Tuesday, and have a great start to your week. Bye-bye.